What's going on, family? We are here today getting into some requests, and today it is our good friend Dave's birthday. So happy birthday to Dave. Definitely want to appreciate him for all the love and support that he gives the Foxtrot family and the joy that he brings to the channel through his requests and everything that he just does, like hanging out with us in the live streams and all that. We always appreciate having Dave around. So definitely want to appreciate him again and have wish him a very, very happy birthday today. Today he is going to check it out. Grandson, God is an Animal. I am familiar with Grandson. It is an artist that I know some of their catalog. I wouldn't say I'm an expert. I wouldn't say I know a lot, but I have heard a handful of songs and they have been put into my playlist before. I'm not familiar with anything really probably like in the last year or so. So this, I believe, is like a brand new song. It's only 9 days old. So I definitely have not heard this yet. So let's go ahead and check out God is an Animal by Grandson.
These walls keep getting closer. I can't take it much longer. They clip my wings, kept me from getting much stronger. Pump full of these pills, they wanna curb my anger. They say the wicked gon' burn for the next life in the hellfire. But I don't have a master, I ain't waiting for my rapture. Don't you see that we all captured? Ain't no heaven waiting for me after. So I'm gonna let it burn, burn. God is an animal. Give me damnation to hit the top of the food chain. Murder my salvation. God is an animal.
I love the tone of this record. I love the fact that it like starts off like low and builds the energy. Like you just kind of feel it build as it goes. One thing I've always really appreciated about Grandson is I feel like his lyricism has always drawn me in, where the way that he tells stories in his songs are normally captivating and bring you into like the concept of whatever he's writing about. Again, kind of leaving a little bit open up for interpretation on what you take some of that lyrical content to mean, right? Like, you know, I'm not going to sit here and decipher what this song was about, but it definitely makes you think a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the point of it. It's supposed to make you think and make you relate a little bit. All right, we gotta let him cook off the verse for real, though.
Never talk back. Took the young from our hands. They came, saw, conquered. But still, this is our land. They wanna stop me down at the knee. Use me as an example. But the Black Hawk flies while the chicken gets trampled. I don't have a master, I ain't waiting for my rapture. Don't you see that we all captured? Ain't no heaven waiting for me after. So I'm gonna let it burn, motherfucker, burn. God is an animal. Give me damnation to hit the top of the food chain. Murder my salvation. God is an animal. Give me damnation to hit the top of the food chain. Murder my salvation. Nothing can stop our rise. Nothing can stop us. I wanna see the look that's in their eyes when they watch us black out the sky. Nothing can stop our rise. Nothing can stop us even when my heart stops beating. I know the revolution won't die. God is an animal. Give me damnation.
This little outro is fire as fuck. Get that motherfucking pick going, you know what I'm saying? Get that circle pick going. Whew, fire. All right. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I guess the first thing that jumps out of my mind is that this comes across like as a song of like the oppressed speaking to the oppressor. Whatever, however you want to take that, you know what I mean? That's my impression of the song, of the voice of the oppressed being, you know, speaking out, essentially the pushback, the anarchy, if you will. There was a lot of lyrics in there in this song particularly that made me really think about, let's see, did they put the lyrics up in here? Nope. Once you become too big of an artist, you don't ever put your lyrics in here. I don't know why they don't ever put it in their hair, but like the bigger they get, I guess record labels don't give a fuck if you don't know what they're saying. But they never do. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know why the fuck they don't do it, but you know, hey, it is what it is. But there was lyrics up in here that really reminded me, like, you know, of like the idea of like the witch trials. And I know that's a wild, like, random thing to bring up, but it reminded me of like the idea of like when we paint people and paint broad strokes to say that those people are like, I don't know, sick, evil, whatever, right? Where you gotta have the person to oppress. You gotta have the group to oppress. And right now we're just watching like a lot of them be attacked again. You know what I mean? It's hard to be part of a group right now, because if you're part of a group, you're gonna get attacked somehow. Unless you're part of like one group, like, you know, well, again, depending on where you are in the great wide world of the world, but me and Grandson are from the same parts of the world. And so my mind goes in the same directions, probably where a lot of his mind goes, right? Where he was writing this song. I guess the way I look at it is times are scary, but I feel like there's a lot of us that also we aren't as few of people as we think we are. Right now, it really feels like we're overwhelmed with a bunch of people and ideologies that might not necessarily resonate with you. But I think that there's a lot of people out there that have the same perspectives and feel the same ways, and I feel like we're seeing a lot of that come out through just the art of music lately, where when you're seeing such an outcry from the people with the voices this way, and how a lot of that messages is very consistent and a lot of the same type of messaging. I think we're like in this like state of today where like we're all, not all, you know, I hate to speak so generally, but we're in a position where a lot of us are trying to be fear tactics are a very real thing. And I feel like a lot of times when people are wanting to make you feel scared and afraid, so that way you hide and don't come out. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like all the messages of all those kinds of things that we're talking about right now is like what I took away from this song. You know what I mean? It's what it makes me think about. Again, it makes me think about like the witch trials of like, you know, way back when we just decided that all of a sudden all these people were like, no. And there was no way to stop that from happening. But again, I don't think that we're in the same kind of position today that we were back then, where I don't think that like, you know, the numbers aren't the same, despite maybe what you might think or might have heard. That's just my personal opinion. All right, I think that's all I got for this one, guys. Again, I don't know if this was the reaction Dave wanted for his birthday, but that's the one that he got today. Definitely would appreciate you. A happy birthday again today, my friend. I think that's all I got. Be kind to a stranger. Tell somebody that you love them. And if you haven't joined the Foxtrot family, there's always room for you.